Also, I don't believe in lens caps. Wait for it. Oh.
More?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's scary.
That was scary.
I was like, I better rewind. Yeah, you guys already saw that we visited Talk Nice shop in East Nashville, so they hooked us up with a ton of cool vintage clothes that Hallie's going to be wearing, and we're about to get started on this first one here. Look at the size comparison between the 40 and the 90. Isn't that wild? Okay, so we are using the mini to full-size Bowens mount adapter on this light, and we are going to put a huge softbox on this thing. It's a lot easier to put on a modifier on the ground. So how wild is that? That tiny little light that's gonna push enough power through a softbox this big. And battery powered. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think for this first look, we're gonna just go battery powered. So we have this hand grip here. You literally just snap this guy in on the side, hold down the red button, twist this knob, and she fires up just like that. So let's go max output. So I'm gonna position the key, you know, classic 45-degree angle, a little bit above her head here. And yeah, that's a really nice soft light. Let me show you a little before and after. So with all the Zhiyun lights, we have, you can use the ZY Vega app, and this thing's incredible. So I already have my Cinepure 100, my B500, and then the X100, which we're using here, connected. So you literally just click on your light here, loads up super fast, and then I can control the entire light from the app. So here it's just like a little on off of what that's doing. This is Hallie. Hallie, say hi.
Hi.
Hallie is an incredible, one-of-a-kind country artist, an amazing model, and a great friend, and she's gonna help us with some photos today. We're gonna be shooting some Portrait 800, which is probably my favorite film stock. This camera is like the weirdest angle to get the canister in. And then you close her up, and then you do one of these, and do one of these, and boom, she's loaded. Ultramax in the point and shoot, just to have some 35 mil focal length option. So we have the 85, 24, and 35, so this will give me something in the middle, I guess. Alright, sweet. Fun fact, this is my father-in-law's camera. So my wife's childhood was shot on this thing, which is kind of cool. Go a little wider, so we're gonna throw the 24 on. I seriously hate lens caps. I do. Like this is my life right here. Just raw dog front and back, don't give one rip. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. A lot of these old point and shoots, the straps that they come with is the minimum focus distance. So this is as tight or as close as I can get to her, which is kind of crazy. So sometimes I'll use that as like a reference. So also like coming to here, it just wouldn't be in focus. Did not mean to flash. Let's try that again. So we just shot with the full-size Bowens mount adapter, and we are going to now demonstrate what it would look like to use the mini softbox that comes with the X100. So bigger doesn't always mean better. Same 1/4-20 mount bottom. Essentially it's the same setup, just with a smaller modifier, just to show you the difference between maybe a harsher source and something softer. So hard light is great and soft light is great. They're just different vibes. I use both of them all the time, and I think when you have a softbox of this size, you're kind of getting something in between of, it's obviously not going to be as soft as a big dome, but it is still softer than a Fresnel or reflector. This will kind of just help control that light from spilling out all over. And yeah, you have a nice soft source in a very small form factor. So I'm going to just compare like big dome to small dome just to see what we can get. I'm going to run this guy at, let's start at like 50%. To see if we can match the softness, and then I'll do something at 100 and get something harsher on it. So if you don't have a larger softbox, another way that I like to use, honestly, any light is either just bouncing or going through a second layer of diffusion. So this is just like a cheap 501 reflector that has a diffusion in it. And all I do is I just set it about like a foot or so in between the subject and the light. Now we have double diffused light, which is going to be a lot softer.
Keep going.
Yeah. And this up. It's 100%. Pretty nice. We are gonna pull the grid off and go just 100% power and go for something that's just a lot harsher of a light. Three, two, our next lighting scenario, we're going to try some RGB stuff with the Fresnel and barn doors. So it's actually like one of my favorite modifiers that this kit comes with because it's magnetic. It's so cool. We're gonna put the mini Fresnel in the front, snaps into place, and then barn doors snap on magnetic, and this will now give us control of how we want to flag the light. So if we want to take some from the top, the bottom, left and right, we have some options. And then we're going to try out just some color contrast. So we just have like a red piece of foam board up there, and we're going to try to throw some blue light on her. So I'm going to switch to the HSI mode, and then what I'll do is I'll dial in the hue. So we are now getting more into a blue color, past blue a little bit. So I want to go like almost purple, dark blue kind of vibe. So that's the hue, and then we can also adjust saturation if we wanted less or more. So I'm going to keep saturation at 100%, and then let's throw our overall output up to 75. And then really what I'm going to do is just kind of like focus in the barn doors to just be a little more shaped. So this is where the barn doors would really come handy. So I didn't have this, right? See how it's throwing this blue light onto our backdrop, but we want to have that color separation. So I can flag it and block it off that backside. And now we get our red color that we want. Same thing if I wanted just maybe blue on her face, I can bring up the bottom door to pull it off of her body. I kind of like this, like a slight cut of light. We're gonna use the Cine Pier 100. Also another amazing battery powered 100-watt RGB light from Zhiyun. And for this, I kind of just want to throw a little bit of light onto the red. So we won't actually use any type of RGB lighting. I think I'm just gonna crank it down as warm as you can get at 2700 Kelvin. And then what I'll do is I'll literally just set it here, and it's kind of gonna be the same thing with these barn doors. I can flag it some. And I don't wanna throw this on her. Maybe it'll backlight her just a hair, which would be nice. And then I think that'll kind of give a little more separation of her in this backdrop. Now we kind of have like this cool glow around her. We have the spotlight attachment. Throw this guy on here. Clicks into place. We have 4, I'm gonna call these doors, I don't know what their proper word is, to shape the light. And then we have a little gobo attachment. So we're gonna start with just a slash of light through the backdrop. So I'll show you what that looks like. Just a warmer white balance. Let's go super warm. Let's go 2500. And then from here, we can shape our light with these little doors like this. So how I like to use it is, I like to make like a triangle. Where's that top one coming from? Shape. A little textury light like that. And then I'll key her with the 500 big softbox. So this is honestly how I've been using this light a ton. The last month that I've had it is, I love spotlight attachments, and having something so versatile like that, I think it's a great addition to your kit to have just something, a little texture. I think it adds a ton. So a lot of times when I'm lighting something, I'm looking for 1 or 2 extra lights to add just a little something in there. So if you don't own one of these, you need to. This is called a 5-in-1 reflector. You have a white bounce, a gold reflector, silver, black negative, and then your diffusion in the middle. And these are super cheap. This was probably like, I don't know, 30 bucks or something on Amazon. So it's a magnetic attachment, which is pretty sweet. Just drops in like that. And then you just drop in your little gobo and we have a window. So we can dial in our focus all the way like that. Or we can actually get some like harder line. 3400 Kelvin, and then I'll check exposure on her, but I'm thinking somewhere in that range. Like golden hour vibes.
Okay.
Hail! Go. Alright guys, I hope you learned a couple things about how you can use the X100. Thank you guys for watching, and big thanks to Hallie for joining us. See you in the next one. Mini for now. Let me find where it actually goes in so I can redo this. Say it's not clearly marked, Will. Okay, it's a weird placement. Can I do it like this way? Interesting.
Lupus.